Good afternoon, students. This is the video recording of the semester 4 syllabus, degree second year students. For degree second year students, the unit in this I do is the technical vocabulary that is given in the syllabus of semester 4. In this unit, we have been learning, or we have to learn the importance of the vocabulary that is required to do a work in a specific field. In this technical vocabulary, the very first thing said is film genres or the themes and the characters. To name any or to write anything about the film in the film industry, we need to know some specific words which have a very specific meaning in the context of that field. So such words can be like adventure, animation, film and biopic, all comedy, detective, docudrama, then that is documentary and drama, then musical, mythological. These are all the different terms which give a very different meaning in their own field. So the writer says that, or we have to know that some specific words have a very specific meaning in the context of a particular field. So here there are some technical vocabulary words, technical words which have a very specific meaning when given in that its own area. So here what such words are, it is in the form of a task, that is match the following, in which column 1 we have to give the specific meaning which just one word can give the same meaning, which is a technical word to know, with column 2. So here we have on page number 172, we have the match the following in column 1 with the column 2. So the very first sentence or the very first column 1 is a boisterous comedy with absurd situations and pranks. Boisterous comedy with absurd situations and pranks. So what could be the one word substitute for this meaning? It is said it is slapstick. Then a recurring piece of music that represents a character, theme or action. Leitmotif. Leitmotif. These are the specific terms which give a long meaning. Someone the central character trusts and confides in. This has a particular word which give the same meaning is confident. A film set in the past in which the characters are dressed like people from the past. Costume drama. A dramatized film based on real events. That will be docudrama, documentary with drama. A list of people involved in making a film, usually shown at the end of the film. Those are the credits. A combination of drama and music. melodrama. Music that goes with a film, soundtrack, that is to be known as soundtrack. A film about cowboys in Western North America, that will be Western music or the Western. The story of the lives and actions of a family. Family saga. Someone whose characters contrast to that of the protagonist. That is foil. Foil in the sense foul kind of character. Protagonist refers to the hero, and anything contrast to the protagonist will be the villain character. A character who represents a type. Any type, it will be stereotype. The first showing of a film. The first showing of a film is premiere. We give a term to refer to the first shown things. We say premiere or primary importance, like we already know. Unusual sounds or images created artificially using new technology. Special effects will be the correct term to make use of. The script of a film, including acting, instructions and scene directions. This is the screenplay. The script of a film including acting, instructions and scene directions. So these are all the screenplay. The specific term that can give this meaning is. Then the writer talks about the literary vocabulary. In the field of literature or a book review or a book that has to be written, we need to know the specific terms which convey a very specific meaning when it is used in the field of literature. So generally these are the visual and verbal. Certain words and phrases are common to both according to the writer. So some of the common words are story, plot, theme, subject, narration, point of view, setting, characters, narrative technique, action, climax, resolution and so on. But writing process genres or the writing genres can be broadly divided into two categories. That is, works of imagination written in verse or prose, or works of information. In other words, here it can be said, fictions and non-fiction, which can be subdivided into The following prose, in other words, fiction and non-fiction, as I have already referred. So, fiction is the word used for the adventure and Roman, that is build Ungs Roman, a particular period of time. Then comedy, then we have crime, detective. Then Gothic style, which is just Gothic style refers to the literary term. This is somewhere in the beginning of the literature, when people used to write of or refer to the things of that period of time, they called it Gothic literature. Then graphic, historical, horror, mystery, parody, realistic. So these are all the terms used for the fiction kind of writing. Then non-fiction is autobiography. Non-fiction is which is open-ending or given with the meanings like autobiography, biography, criticism, diaries. Autobiography, biography, criticism, diaries, essay, journal, letters, and memoir. Report, self-help. Then testimonio, travelogue, treatise, and so on. Travelogue, something while journey you come across with the things to be written. So these are all the two divisions or the two categories in which the genres can be described, fiction and non-fiction, and these are the particular terms or the specific terms referring to their in this particular field. And then the writer says that we have to be aware of the words that give a very specific meaning if at all we are writing about this. Then we have exercise 2, in which we have to describe about the historical. If we do this exercise, the technical vocabulary will be complete of this unit. Match the description with the words in the box. A biography that treats its subject with undue reverence. Reverence is with great respect. When we treat the subject with lot of respect, then it is hagiography. A mode of writing that uses vigorous and combative language to demand or oppose someone or something is polemical. Writing based on a verifiable by observation and experience, then it will be empirical. An idea or theory that is not proven but leads to further study or discussion. That is generally the hypothesis we see. A work that imitates or make fun or comments on an original work. Then we say that it is a kind of parody. A narrator who knows the thoughts and feelings of all the characters. in the story. Omniscient, a person who knows the feelings and thoughts of every character in a particular story, then he is termed as omniscient. A writing style that attempts to convince the reader to adopt a particular opinion, then we say that it is a kind of persuasive writing. Then an article in a newspaper or magazine that mainly reflects the author's opinion about a particular issue, then it will be the opinion piece. Then the quality of appearing to be true or real, it is known as an article in a newspaper, we call it as the opinion piece. The quality of appearing to be true or real is verisimilitude. Then, a piece of writing which contains a mixture of different style is pastiche. A time and place of the action is known as setting. The use of words to convey a meaning that is opposite to its literature meaning. That is irony. The use of words to convey a meaning that is opposite of its literal meaning, that will be irony. Just the opposite we say. Type of figurative language in which a non-human subject is given human characters. Personification. This is generally in the poetic language we see. A book that is long and contains a lot of action, usually dealing with a historical so that will be the epic. A perspective from which a story is told will be the point of view. So with this we complete the exercise 2 of technical vocabulary. So for today's class, this is the semester 4 degree second year syllabus, technical vocabulary that is given in the syllabus. We complete the technical vocabulary of semester 4. Thank you.